Hey y'all, it's your Auntie Dom. How you living? Did you drink your water today?
And I hope you minding a business that pays you, okay? Today is our first podcast. Period. So this is the Real Tea with Dom and Z, and we are excited. As I said, this is our first podcast.
Yeah.
We're just gonna introduce ourselves on this one, and we're gonna get into a little something later. But I guess we could start with what was our inspiration for the podcast. For me and my auntie, we always talk about everything anyway. So I was like, why not record it and let everybody else, tune in with us, you know?
Right. Even though we're both younger, but I'm an older millennial. I'm an older millennial and she's a younger millennial. We both are in different stages of our lives. So we thought that it would be kind of good to let different people hear our difference in opinions or how we look at things differently.
Right. So basically, we're just going to talk about real life, real situations. We're going to get deep, might shed a few tears on here.
Might get cursed out.
Yeah, all of that. All of that. I might get cursed out a couple times. But yeah, we excited. We here. This ain't gonna be the perfect episode because we just starting.
Yes.
But we're here, and did you want to say anything else? Or are you trying to get into the topic, or?
We could get right to it, and just like Steve Harvey say, don't trip because he ain't through with us yet.
Okay, period. What's up? Let's get into this tea. Our topic of today is social media validation.
Yes.
Social media validation. So, where do I want to go with this today? Why do you think or if you think this, we seek, what is it? What am I trying to say? Like, you seek attention from...
You seek attention, or
society.
You want to be seen a certain way.
Right. What drifted us this way? Like, what do you feel? Why does it feel like everything is about social media and your appearance, and I feel like everybody want to get a BBL now because one person got that BBL. And flat booties ain't in style no more.
Ain't. A regular body style is not it anymore, which is sad because everybody have the same shape now. The ones that have gotten...
box booties.
Yes. But for the social media validation, so I just wanted to Google it just to see what comes up, right? So I pulled up something from WhitkerAssociates.com. This is social media validation by Jamie Gibson. It says, jumping from one social media outlet to another has become our favorite habit without realizing the mental damage that it is causing. We are dangerously addicted to it. Mm-hmm. Surfing through the social media. Ooh. And I think to add on to that, it's like, I feel like we do so much social media and just wanting to put all of our lives and stuff on social media that we don't even really know how to communicate anymore. We don't know how to properly communicate anymore.
That's very true. Like, even when I go to a restaurant, I'll notice like the families be together and everybody be on their phone. Mm-hmm. Mama, daddy, everybody. Mm-hmm. We used to just sit at the table and mama would be like, put your phone up, mm-hmm. or
I do that now.
We couldn't even have it, yes, because we had to spend that time. But now you go to a restaurant and nobody even socializing. Everybody on their phone. Then the food come, we eat.
Or people like this. I ain't gonna say who, but had their arm up all the way like this, looking up in the phone. About to walk into
she's talking about herself. She's talking about herself.
Nada.
But yeah, I agree. As the years have passed, it's just like family time is not family time because like that post said, we addicted to social media. Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I wake up and get on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Like the daily news.
Yeah, but I more so do it to, keep up with my family. All of our family lives out of town. So I do a lot of it to keep in contact with my family or my friends and stuff. But I ain't gonna lie and sit here and say I don't find myself like just scrolling and searching.
So your fingers hurt.
Let me see what 50 Cent done posted today. Like
we be invested in other people's lives. That's what it is. We really invested into celebrities and what they got going on. It's like, it's kind of weird if you think about it.
And which is to go back on the validation, because us living our real lives, still trying, some of us, I ain't gonna say us, because that, when I say us, that includes me too, and I ain't doing that. But we look at some of these celebrities and we see them doing stuff, posting stuff. They got the Louis Vuitton this and Louis Vuitton that. And then you have regular people like you and I that are still doing that same thing. And it's like, come on, boo-boo. That you going to get a Louis Vuitton, but you renting your house?
Right.
Your priorities are really messed up. Right. Like, come on. But are you still making payments on your car? Your little Toyota car note is behind, but you walking around with a Louis Vuitton purse, Balenciaga purse.
Girl,
come on now.
She talking about somebody up in the air.
Somebody.
No.
Ooh, was that word for somebody? Was it for you?
Somebody feelings hurt.
That means it's time for a change, baby. Because listen, we don't have the money that these celebrities have. They got it like that to do that. So to me, you just seeking validation when you want to walk around with that name on you. And you got to make sure, when you get that purse, they be walking around, that purse be all the way up in the picture like this.
Got to.
And it's like, baby, we see your purse. We see your purse, boo.
They gonna make sure.
But you know what? It ain't tricking if you got it. So you know what? I ain't mad at you either at the same time.
But that also, what am I trying to say? Like, us looking into social media and looking into their lives and seeing what they got and wanting what they have also makes, I know a lot of people my age feel like they're not doing enough.
But that's why you got to live for yourself. You can't do what other people are doing.
But social media is so big and heavily influenced that it's like, am I not doing enough? But then you look back and be like, damn, I'm just 22. Like, that person, like, it just gives you, sometimes it's depressing because it'd be like, okay, they're here and you're there. But you got to snap back and be like, okay, I'm doing my own thing. And we in two different, lives. And they may have had something totally different. They be having rich parents and the most.
But sometimes it looks like that on social media.
And that's true.
They're not posting everything. They could be at home and dealing with the same we dealing with. They're just not posting that part of their lives. What
they said, you see what I want you to see.
Exactly.
Not how I'm really living.
Exactly. But there are people, they will even talk about this on the news, how some of the kids like that are in junior high, I forget what they call it, but it was like an actual medical name that they had for like kids that are wanting validation through social media. Because it gives you, it's creating that pressure to be a certain somebody that you're really not. Or them thinking that I'm not doing enough or I should be here in my life. But that's when you have to know when to take a step back. Sometimes that social media break is very important.
Yeah, it could be draining.
Like sometimes just take a step back, take a few days off, because I don't care who it is. You're never going to be able to keep up with
the next person.
Yeah, you have to move at your own pace. You have to create your own path, your own goals, and do them at your own pace.
Yes.
So you don't know what you looking at that person on social media, and they have all of these things that you want, but you don't know what that person took to get there where they are. Right. Everybody start somewhere. Some people just get it laid out on the table. But 8 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, they have started from the bottom to get to where they are. And that bottom might not be our bottom.
Right.
But Willow Smith. Somewhere. Look, Willow Smith. Her same bottom ain't the same as my bottom. You know what I'm saying? Right. But she started somewhere.
Right.
So you can't compare yourself to anyone in any aspect of life, social media or not. I might want to go live in this neighborhood across the street. The houses are bigger over there. But I have to stay in my lane because I'm not finna move over there, and then I can't put food in my kids' mouth.
That's another thing. People, they'll just jump the gun, like you said, to have that validation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got a big house. They struggling. You don't know that they struggling. All you know is they got a big old house. Oh, they gotta have money.
Mm-hmm.
Whole time they could be working three jobs, stripping on the weekends.
Ooh.
And still hitting up their baby daddy for child support. Like, you don't know how they paying for their house.
Shout out to my scrippers. Hey.
You don't know how they paying for that house. They probably struggling.
Real.
But they show you this big old house.
Real talk.
Even with the celebrities, like...
Yeah, a lot of them struggle. Right. They don't say it. Mm-hmm.
They just want you to think they still got it.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, they just want you to think they got it, which destroys some of us because we're like looking into this, trying to have what they have and not even knowing that they ain't really got it like that.
Or we can't afford it. And a lot of times their stuff is rented or they're doing free advertisement.
Right.
Louis Vuitton might have gave them boots to wear and passed them on down to Monica,
yeah.
Or it's rented.
Girl.
Come on now.
Nah, that's true though. That's true.
And ain't nothing wrong with renting it.
But it also, like, kids...
I won't be doing it. I'd be damned if I rent a damn boot or purse.
Wait, because I think they got Afterpay on, like, Louis Vuitton and stuff. Like, if you got to do all that, baby, just don't do it.
Don't do it, yeah.
Don't do it.
Baby, keep your credit right.
Don't do it. If you got to pay,
another episode.
$100 every 2 weeks just to get your Louis, baby.
Don't do it.
Just hold off.
Buy a car, sis.
Buy a bicycle, a motorbike,
Put that on your student loans.
Son. So, but I think it also...
take a vacation. Take a cruise.
Right. Go somewhere.
Make a payment on a cruise. I'll make a payment on a cruise. Oh, nah, I'm not, but I'm just saying. I'll make a payment on a cruise before I make a payment on a purse.
Girl, right? Go see something new. But that purse is going to get them likes on Instagram, and that's more important than seeing the world to many people.
Yeah.
Which is
same with what you were saying earlier with the getting your body and stuff done. And don't get me wrong, I am not against people getting their bodies done and all of that stuff. Because I tell you right now, if I had the money, I'd go get all this fat stuff out of my stomach.
Take me right now. Take me as I am.
Take me now. But I'm telling you right now, sis, if you don't get it, guess what? That thing's still going to hit the same. And whatever is right there, he going to lift it on up and get right on in there.
Almost
okay?
put out my water.
Okay?
Bruh.
And then you go get your body done, and he still gonna turn around and cheat on you with a fat bitch. Okay? Let's talk about it. The real tea, okay?
Now that's
and I roll my shoulders with that one. Okay? Let me sip my water.
The real tea. Okay? But bruh, for real. On a serious note, it also has, I think, brought up the suicide rates in children.
Yeah.
Because they're seeking that validation online.
Yeah.
And they're not getting it. And
because I know a lot of the younger kids, I've seen them like, what how many likes I get?
Right. That's literally what it's all about. Like, if you don't get a certain amount, or you took a picture with Walmart clothes on, like, that's the whole reason why everybody is struggling to look a certain way.
Walmart be having some nice clothes.
And they do.
Hold on.
Baby, I got some boots from Walmart.
Okay.
I wore them down. I'm gonna go get a black pair. Because name brands, if you see me out, Shein is my store. Don't go running up their sales now, because that's my little hideout store. But I don't care about a brand. Me. But anyway, let's not get off topic. I think it brought up the suicide rate because, like I said, they're seeking that attention.
Yes.
And once they're not getting a certain amount of likes, or they're getting these, even the hateful comments, once they have a certain amount of followers and things of that nature, if it's not working out in their favor,
it brings on depression.
It brings on depression in children. Well, everybody, I think. But it's sad for the children because they're growing up literally in this whole social media thing. Like,
they're thinking that's
life,
the way.
Yeah, life is all about social media. If we
being
real,
is the social media age.
Yeah, that's everybody on YouTube. Everybody's like watching somebody's life on YouTube. It's like social media, everything. Like, literally.
But that's why we have to talk to our kids, pay attention to our kids. Definitely. And when I say our kids, I'm not just talking about the children that you birth, like our sisters, our brothers, our cousins, the kids around us. Because when something is going on like that, their habits will change. The way they act will start to change. So we kind of have to pay attention because, like I always say, it takes a tribe. It takes a tribe, and it really does, because it's like certain things mom and daddy may not notice, because your child will not always be exactly the same around you that they are around other
somebody
people.
Else, yeah.
So if you notice any change or anything like that, like, have that conversation. See what's going on in that child's life. Even an adult, see what's going on in their life, because sometimes you'll never know how much words or just a smile or just you noticing something is going on with someone can change their life or their day or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything, because you don't know what they're going through mentally, and sometimes because stuff like social media can be overwhelming, they don't know how to deal with it. So. They don't know an outlet, and that's when suicide starts being on the mind of a thought, because they want an outlet. They don't have one, so this is one of them.
Be that person you didn't have when you was younger.
Yes.
Like, that's what I always tell myself. I want to be the person I didn't have when I was younger, or the person I probably needed at a certain time.
Yes.
You always got to pay attention to, like you said, your kids, your family, everybody. I mean, not just kids are committing suicide. People are losing their family members to the same thing. So I think we just got to pay attention, because another thing with like, I seen this post today. I'm a big fan of Rod Wave. I don't know if you've seen that on social media. They said he had posted a song, and they thought it was
I saw the song, but I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, so they thought it was a suicide note, and immediately I was like, oh my gosh, like, is he gonna kill himself? Like, no, don't kill yourself. But I'm like, and then I started thinking, like, I need to check on my people like that. Like, I don't even know him. I just listen to his music, connect to his music, and I'm thinking, like, he just put out this song and he crying out for help. Do I check on my people like that, though?
Right.
Like, I'm worried about this celebrity who I don't know from a can of paint.
Right.
But am I checking on my people like that?
Right. Really?
Like, I don't think we look at it like that. Like, social media really has a huge influence on us. Like, well, I really thought about that today. I'm like, I got to check on my people more. Even hey, how you doing? Or send them a picture, a heart, anything, like, to let them know, you thinking about them. Right. Because that, like you said, could be the highlight of their day. They see that and they be like, all right, yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing. Like, just any little thing. So how you look at them social media people, look out for your family too.
In real life.
Your friends. Right.
In real life.
Because the person that you lay with every night, or your friend that you see every other day, could be going through the same stuff, and you just looking right past it. But you will notice in a celebrity.
Yep.
I think we got to do better in that. And me, myself, too.
Agreed.
I do it. I'm guilty. I get too in tune with stuff sometimes. And like I said, it'd be weird sometimes how, like, invested we really are. But yeah, that made me really think today. Like, I gotta check on my people. How that, like, upset me. Shouldn't have. Well, I can't say I shouldn't have been upset.
But you like Rod Wave, so yeah, you could be upset. Cause I could tell you now, baby, I bawled when Young Dolph died.
Yeah.
Like, because I loved Young Dolph.
Yeah.
So it's like
the music speaks. Music really does.
Speaks,
you
but
connect.
it's like these people have a large following because you can connect with them.
Right.
I don't listen to Rod Wave like that, but the few songs that I've heard, he's relatable. So that's why he has such a large following. I haven't heard the song that you are talking about, but I guarantee you it blew up like it did because so many people could probably relate to what he's saying in that song.
That's exactly
because
what it is.
So many people are hurting right now, and it's a lot of people going through depression. And with us being in this pandemic, it has even gotten more. The numbers have gotten more.
That's true. Yeah.
Even me myself, my anxiety I get more anxiety since the pandemic. So it's like we could separate ourselves, but at the same time you really can't, because these people have influences in our lives, and that's why they are called celebrities
or influencers or in whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, his music is very relatable to a lot of people. It also goes to show you how depressed people are, or how they are calling out for help, because they were saying even in comments like he was crying out for help.
Mm-hmm.
He be crying out for help in all his songs, but it's like I don't think he's crying out for help. I mean, I think he is very depressed, but he's just also being relatable. Like he putting it on the pen. This real life. Yeah, like this is he just saying what's really going on.
Not putting it on a pen, right?
Putting it on paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's telling his story. Like that's real life. That's him.
And if he is crying out for help, I hope that he's actually getting it. Like I hope the same attention that his followers or his fans are giving him, I hope the people that are in his real life circle are doing that too, because if he needs help, if he is crying out for help, when they was producing that song, baby, somebody should have been on the phone. And that's one thing we need to talk about, therapy. Somebody should have been on that phone calling a therapist or a counselor for him. All that money they got, they should have no issue getting a counselor or a therapist or some type of professional to get that help.
You know what? Men don't... I know we're going a little off topic, but men wouldn't go to therapy.
A lot of them wouldn't. However, remember Charlemagne the God said he took years of therapy to deal with a lot of things that he dealt with in his life. I think it's starting to be, because people are talking about it more, I think men are... Yeah, I think men are, even black people in the black community, we are starting to be more open to it. Mm-hmm. Because that's one of the things that we have a problem with, is that we're scared to talk about it. We're scared to go to this professional, because this is not something that we talked about in our, younger days, or we didn't see our mom and dad going to therapy. A lot of us, I won't say all, but a lot of us didn't see that. So I think that now that it's being talked about more, I think that it's becoming something that's conversed about more. Easier to seek help. Is a lot of stuff that's virtual now. I think a lot of men are starting to be more open to it, but that is true.
I see that more.
That is true. It's like a man don't like feeling those emotions most of the time. I
think it makes them feel less of a man.
Yeah, because they're like, they don't. But that's true. But the men are taught from day one not to show emotion. When the man starts crying, say, "Don't cry."
They hit him or punch him.
Yeah, you better not cry. You better not do this. You better not do that.
That's true.
So it's like they're taught that from day one. So we can't fault them for, in their mind, thinking that's the manly thing, not to cry, not to show emotion. So when they're going into therapy, they're thinking that, okay, well, maybe this might open up another avenue that I don't want to deal with right now, So I think that would be the only reason why a lot of men are like, no, I don't want to go. That's crazy.
I'm just really sitting here thinking that's very true. Mm-hmm. Like, from the time you're a kid, like, they're like, men don't cry, or boys don't cry.
And a girl will sit over here and fall out and nobody say nothing.
Yeah. But you got to be tough all the time. You got
Walmart over sour straws.
Girl, not the shade. Not the shade. Because we're going to come through. Why?
Y'all, she did that to me one time.
But, you made me forget what I was saying. Yeah, they are taught to just be tough and literally nothing else. Like, basically not to have no emotions. So then, now as things are changing, it's like, oh yeah, you can show your emotions now. They like, wait, huh? So
I don't know how to.
Right. They're getting comfortable with it or trying to now. But it's been so many years of, I'm a man, I got to be tough. I can't cry or I can't have no feelings. It's hard.
And that's why it'll be hard if you do decide to go into therapy. It'll still be hard. But I think even if you are open to the thought of it, that's the first step.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you just got to do it. You just got to do it. Like, you just say one day, like, you know you want to do it or try it. You could just try it. That's the least you could do.
Don't knock it till you try it.
That's the least you can do is try it. And I will say it takes more than one session. The first session might feel a little weird because you're still getting comfortable. You got to realize that they're getting to know you. So that first session may not be the best. You may be like, I don't know if I want to go back. Go back.
Yeah.
Keep going. At least do about 3-4. And
do it until you feel.
You know what I'm saying? With that person, because a lot of people may think, oh, she's not good. This counselor is not good. But they have to get to know you in order to.
And every counselor or therapist is not good for every person.
Right.
So you got to find the one that is right for you.
Exactly. So, yeah. Like, I would just go to a couple sessions to test out, if you feel that person is right for you. I think.
Because honestly, if I have a therapist, like, I have to have somebody that I can talk to, like I'm sitting here talking to you right now. I don't want to feel like I'm in a therapy session.
Right.
Like I want to feel like you my friend.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking to you.
Right.
And you're going to help me.
That would make me feel way more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, girl, look.
Yeah.
Like, I done been through this.
Yeah.
This didn't happen.
Right.
Like,
I need to be able to call you and be like, let me tell you what my husband did today.
Sis. She gonna be like, what, Dom? What he did today? But, yeah. Back to what we didn't got all off topic, but it ties together.
It
all ties together. Don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody.
Please.
On a very serious note, talking about it, I ain't gonna say talking about it is always good, because some people, once they talk about it, it's worse for them. But for me, talking about it is like a release. It's like you've been holding something in for so long. It's like,
yeah, it's like a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, it would like definitely a weight off your shoulders. So sometimes talking about it, you don't realize how heavy it's sitting on you until you release it, and it's like, okay, like I'm free now. Like I said it, right? I did it.
It's out. I'm tired of hiding it.
Right? Yeah. So once it's finally out, it's just like a breath of fresh air. So I will say that don't be afraid to talk to somebody, sister, auntie, cousin, brother, whatever.
Yourself in the mirror. Me.
All right, Candyman.
I do that.
Shoot. Who was the person in the mirror? What
is it? Candyman?
No, I don't know. But
I ain't talking about no Candyman though. I'm talking about just looking in the mirror and talking to yourself. Because I'm telling y'all, I be looking at myself in the mirror and I be like, self, and myself be like,
and myself, Bruh, sometimes you do gotta talk to yourself for real.
No, but for real.
I do. Talks.
I do. I be like, girl, did you say that? Did you do that? Did they really say that? Especially like, you know how if you gotten into an argument or something with somebody and you just like,
oh yeah, I do that. Did
they say
I
this?
definitely do that. Yeah.
Did they say that, girl? Let me.
Like they really said that.
Yeah.
Like replay that.
And then sometimes it's like, people gossip so much that sometimes you just have to be careful who you talk to certain things about. Now, if you are a mentally sane person that can talk to yourself without sounding and looking crazy, Go for it.
Ain't
But
nothing
don't
good.
be out in the street over here like one of my people over here standing on the corner and just talking. Like, come on, y'all. We not talking about that. Okay? We're not talking about that.
No, sometimes you gotta give yourself.
And if that's
some
your
prep time.
uncle out there, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just using it as an example.
Wait, what?
You know how they have the people out there standing on the corner, they just be talking to themselves? Nobody standing there?
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you may have to do that, though. Nah, I'll be in the shower talking to myself.
Okay, that's different.
Oh, you ain't completely insane if you're talking to yourself. Because, look, I'm the realest person I know.
You can talk to yourself.
So I got to talk to the realest person I know, right?
Right.
So,
ooh. All right, real one.
What? Who? But, yeah. We done went into a couple things real quick. Back to wrapping it up with this social media validation thing. I want everybody to take some time and see how much time you are on the internet. Take a break. Read a book. Spend time with family.
Go to the library.
Go for a walk. Do some
meditate.
Meditate.
Just take some time quiet time to yourself.
Yeah, that's big.
Healing time.
Yeah, don't let social media. I need to do this myself. Take up so much of my time or your time. Don't let it take up so much of your time. Find time for yourself and your family and enjoy
the weather, smell the flowers.
Right. Nature. Just go hiking. Go something. Kennesaw Mountain might kick your butt, but try.
Yeah, so much to do other than sitting there on your phone, social
Live
media.
life. Yeah.
And just be you. Don't live through what you see on social media. Be yourself, no matter what that means to you. Be you and love you.
Yes, don't seek validation from anybody but yourself. Just be you, be comfortable, do you, and don't worry about nobody else.
Exactly. Don't worry about who don't like it.
Right. If we sat here and worried about who ain't like it, we'd be miserable as hell. Because guess what? There's always going to be somebody.
Exactly. It's always going to be something.
What Medea said, somebody always go talk about you.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
In your life. So you can't fight everybody. You can't get into it with everybody. So just do you. Live your life to the fullest. Be you. Be happy. Find time for yourself. And find peace outside of social media.
Yes.
Stop scrolling all day. I know I'll be scrolling till my fingers hurt.
Not me. See, I'm old school. See, we ain't had the cell phones back in my day. We had to go outside.
She's telling y'all her age. Just
I'm
y'all
still
gotta
25 now.
Okay.
But back in my day, for real. Back in my day, when the phone came out, it didn't have internet. We had Snake.
What was that?
Snake was on the little Nokia phone, and you had to hit the numbers for it to go up and down and around, and it had to get to this little dot.
She old.
So
she old.
when I was younger, we were actually outside. Nobody was sitting there stuck to their phones. And
well,
now I got my son. Now when I got my son now, who is almost 13 years old, I literally have to peel him off of the game or off of his phone. He's on TikTok. I have to make him go outside.
Oh yeah, these kids ain't outside. I used to be crying not to come back inside the house.
Right, yeah. So,
but you gotta push these kids outside.
We gotta bring that back, y'all. We gotta bring that back because even though this is the age of social media, everything is on social media, the computers, the phones. We have to scale that back. We have to make it that way. Because
it starts.
They're not going to do it. The kids are not going to do it on their own. We probably won't do it on our own. We will have to make ourselves do it as well. Mm-hmm. Put them phones down at the table. Like she said, go outside. Enjoy what God has created.
Right.
Like
everything He's put here for us. Nature. Go just get that vitamin D.
Mm-hmm. And drink your water.
Yeah, and make sure you mind in the business that pays you.
Hello.
Always mind the business that pays you. Okay. But yeah, let's wrap it on up. We're gonna be back. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode.
I enjoyed it as well.
I did too. We'll be back. We're gonna be back every Wednesday, so you guys tune in.
Yes.
Like and subscribe and comment if you want to. But
let us know what y'all think. Tell us how y'all feel about everything. Also, put in some topics that you'd like to hear us talk about.
Yes, definitely do all of that. But stay tuned. We will be back.
Yes.
We gonna head on out. It's your girl Z
and your auntie Dom,
and we're out.
Deuces.